Record. All right. So today's session is about charts basics 101, setting up a trading view with the TR indicator, and from a blank chart to your first TR entry, start to finish. Now, I have received a lot of requests from many participant customers and colleagues that they need some basic chart skills first, and then they can use and start using the TR indicator and the other tools, whatever they want to uh, practice. So my objective is to first explain. Now I cannot cover the entire technical indicator universe and the charting system. A lot of material is available. Learning material is available on YouTube. So focus very much on this thing that start from blank screen from the Trading View, which is a professional trading and charting platform, and also available separately from TradingView.com. And our TR indicator, which is the trend recognition indicator, part of our mainstream software, is also available on that particular chart. And it has a good companion. So let's start with this thing first. The disclaimer that the material presented here is for educational and learning purposes only and should not be taken as purchase or sell recommendations. Yes, I'm going to share the recording as well. We have started the recording, and after that, in our group, inshallah, I will share the recording links as well. Trading, investing in stocks and derivatives, especially futures and options, is risky and could result in a substantial loss of invested capital. So you should be aware of the risks. I'm not a registered financial advisor with FINRA or SEC. For any financial advice, please consult a registered financial advisor. In other words, if you want to discuss your personal portfolio and the amount you want to invest something, you have to talk to a licensed financial advisor who can evaluate your financial goals and then guide you accordingly. I'm not in a position to do that, and almost every day I receive some kind of request from someone to look at their portfolio and advise them on individual position. This is something that I cannot do that. Just to make it very clear. So let's move on. Today's agenda, as I said, we will start with a plain blank chart on TradingView. Account setup, I'm not going to touch that thing. It's very simple. You go to the tradingview.com, you can set up an account immediately. And to start with, you can start with a basics account, which is free. And then you can move on to essentials and other, which are premium or paid accounts. Then how to interface, load symbols, reading candles and navigation, some core chart tools, trend lines, support resistance, moving averages, volume, which we use all the time. Then we will move on to the part three, the TR indicator itself, what it is and how do we plot it and what are the different stages and what do these mean. And then how to set alerts and next steps. So you never miss a first stage or entry signal, plus how to get the TR indicator from us. So the basics are why, first of all, why TradingView? Now, I have been using several platform from the beginning. Things are same. Sierra chart is the one that I have been using for last 10 years or so. The TradingView is one of those which is very easy to use. It's web-based. Once you learn it, the learning curve is not that steep and it's easy to follow. It's browser-based and beginner-friendly, nothing to install. Charts run in your browser, phone, even you have a desktop app and a phone app. So our TR indicator works on that your phone as well. To start with, free plan is enough. You get real-time charts, multiple time frames, and most drawing tools at no extra cost. Then you have paid plans, which add power, more indicators, more charts, alerts, and other features. And you can run our TR indicator on the basic free version as well. But if you want to do some day trading and add some more indicators, then you have to go for the essential ones. Now, this indicator, our indicator, is available only through invite-only link. So once you are interested and you have subscribed to our service, our own TR indicator, then I will send you the invite-only link, and then it can appear on your charts. So as I said, tradingview.com, through your email, Gmail, Google login, you can sign up for free. and you can open the chart and get oriented with our TR zone and the different zones available on the trading view. So let me start with straight away with the trading view instead of going through the formal presentation. And when you start trading view, you are here. You have to log in. I have already logged in. You are here. This is the main screen. And trading view is kind of overwhelming, but basically it's very simple. It works with all major indices, all stock symbols traded here. And not only this, it supports stock exchanges across the world. So like if you want to trade Indian stocks, I have many Indian customers as well, and they can use this same indicators on their chart set as well. Indian stock, I have several from Pakistan Stock Exchange. They can use it on Pakistan Stock Exchange as well. Although they cannot probably trade it immediately because you have to link the trading view chart and your account to your broker. So for US, for example, and there are 100 plus brokers which trading view support, like Interactive Broker, like Tradovate, and you can use their brokerage account to get their data feed, live data feed. So for example, I have an account with Tradovate and I use their data feed to trade futures and stocks here on the trading view. So this is one way of doing this thing. Second is that let's say you are here and you can maintain on this side, on the right side, a watch list. So I have a main watch list of Fangs Plus. So the main market stocks like Apple, Nvidia, Broadcom, SanDisk, which are hot these days, MU, even SpaceX. I have one watch list here. But you can create multiple watch lists here, like for swing trades, I have another watch list. Tech leaders, I have another watch list. And then last day, it can show you the change and in the live market, how these are changing. But TradingView has excellent fundamentals screen as well. It gives you fundamental data, earnings data, news, you can screen. So we will touch upon those one by one. So let's say you want to start from the scratch and make a very basic chart. So you can press any, let's say we want to start with MU or maybe AMD. So you double click AMD and it will bring the basic charts here. But I don't want to stick myself to here. And it also gives you some uh, other in the same group, other like Intel, ARM, KLS. These are all semiconductors, Texas Instruments, Marvell. So you can quickly scroll through and jump to the different available um, instrument stock symbols. Now, to start with the basic chart, you go to this products and super charts. And we also have a community. I think we probably will look into that so we can have a community in the trading view. And then we can discuss within the community our trading ideas and strategies and indicators. And across the world, like I said, you can go into the different market, different countries, cryptos, all cryptos are here, future products are here, Forex here, even bonds, ETFs. And these are the brokers which TradingView supports. So let's start with the super charts. So we go to the products and super chart and it will create a blank chart right from the scratch. Since now I had that Microsoft initially for that particular thing. One second, let me delete this super track. So we click AMD and then it will go to the AMD straight away. Now let me delete all these drawings. Okay. Now, first we'll start with what are candlesticks. Now, you can, on your charts, you can switch between different views. This is a candlestick chart, but and this is a daily time frame. So you can select from any time frame, starting from 1 second all the way up to 12 months. So each bar here will show is currently selected as 1 day. I can go to 1 week, 1 month, 3 month. Now normally whenever I make a suggestion and in my weekly commentary, I always take a look at the weekly and daily charts as well. A long term, always we should take a look at the weekly and monthly charts. For the day trading, normally we set at an interval of 3 minutes only. And Some people even go to the seconds, scalpers. Some people do not go by the time frame, they use the ticks. Like for the future products, uh, different products have different ticks, and each tick has a value, a dollar value associated with that. So that's a different thing. No, when you're trading stocks, normally you don't use the ticks charts. Let's say we want to go and well, first, basically, what type of charts are available? If you go to this button here, right now I'm selecting as a default hollow candles. So we can have a basic line chart, and what it is doing, it is, and we can hide the volume for the time being. Okay, so it is creating a simple line chart telling me the points, the value, and here I can select different types of uh, pointers like arrow pointer, dot, demonstration, cross. So I'm using cross for the time being, but if you want to use a dot, here's a dot is appearing. If you want to use demonstration, so this kind of a circle will appear. Now it will tell you the date here and the value on the right side. This is the Y scale, the right side, and here obviously is the date. I have another, now how many indicators you want? So this is a basic chart, line chart. If you want, you can have line with markers. This means that each point will tell you the price or the closing price on that particular day. So for example, on 8th of May, the closing price is appearing on the right side is 453.15. So AMD was 453.17. Right now, it is what around 521.58. So this is one way of taking a look at the charts. Now, the most common type of chart is candle charts. There are 3 or 4 different types of candle charts available. One is basic candle charts. And how does the basic candle chart? Now I can uh, expand vertically on the y-axis or horizontally so that I can, in other words, zoom in or zoom out. And I have features of zoom in available here as well. So I can zoom into this particular area only. So this particular area is now zoomed out. Now the candle chart are normally um, like this. So there is in the center you see the thick is known as body of the candle. A green candle means that this is the opening point right here, the bottom of the body on that particular day, which is 15th of June. And this is the closing point, 488. So the price moved from this point. Actually, it opened at this point 461. It closed at this point, which is 488. And because it is a daily chart, so each candle is showing one day. So this is 11th of June, this is 12th of June, and this is 15th of June. The wicks are also important. For example, you have a long wick on the bottom side of this candle and very short over on the other side. It means that the prices were rejected when it came down immediately. Less volume was traded and buyers push it through the upside. What it means that this probably will, this area going forward will form kind of a support. So it again tried to come back, again find a support here and then moved on. So this is a sign that buyers on that time frame, they are pushing it prices higher. On the other side, if you see a long wick at the top, it means sellers are more active and they are pushing the prices down. Now, AMD is a strong stock, so that's why you probably did not see many uh, long wicks on at the top. But let's, for example, let's see Meta. You see this kind of candle right here on 4th of June, a long wick at the top. Prices were immediately pushed down by sellers. Now, going forward, what can we see? This is also known as a hammer or inverted hammer. In this case, it's an inverted hammer. So this means that sellers are more active and it's going to face resistance here. And going forward, we should expect some kind of a downward movement. Here, the wick is on the bottom side. It means from going forward, or at least for a few days, we should be expecting a move upward. this way. So that's how very quick scalper or swing traders, they normally trade this thing. They watch for these kind of wicks either at the top or at the bottom, and the bottom wicks are also known as tails. I hope it's very clear, but this concept is also very important, and there are quite a few of different types of patterns around the candles and their wicks. Like I mentioned, hammer and inverted hammer, and someone known as shooting star, and others as well. And I can provide on to my in my groups a list of with those patterns along with the graphical representation. One pattern which is type of candle which is very important for me at least is known as hollow candles. Now, hollow candle, what are those hollow candles? Hollow candle means whenever you see a hollow candle versus a solid candle. This is a solid green candle. This is a solid red candle. Hollow candle means that the when that particular day was open, the bar or the day closed at a higher price. So this was the open price right here, and this was closing price. And this is the maximum it touched on the top side and the minimum it touched on the bottom side. So for example, on this 21st of May, this was the open price, but at the end of the day, the stock closed at a higher price. Got it? So that means there's an upward pressure is building. So whenever you see a number of hollow candles, across a spectrum, across a range, it means that generally the stock is bullish. Whenever you see solid candles, whether green or red, in both cases, it means that you are experiencing a downward momentum or trend at that time. Now it can change anytime, but overall, you see, for example, from here, 28th of May, this is meta. 28th of May to 21 one month almost, 24th or 26th. How many solid candles you see? Majority of them. This is solid, this is solid, this is solid, this is solid. Only a few hollow ones. What it is telling you, that hollows are failing, and most in general, meta is in a downward trend. Now, people have a tendency, "Hey, it's gone too much. Now it will bounce, it will bounce." But take a look at the patterns. The hollow pattern, sorry, the solid patterns of the candle is telling you the meta is under pressure. And even if it finds one hollow volume candles here or there, sorry, hollow candle, not volume candle, then it could be a temporary phase only. Now, solid candles can be of two types, green as well as red. So what does this mean? What's the question? Why? What is the why? Uh, yeah, I'm going to explain it. What is the difference between solid and hollow candles? Okay. Hollow candle means, I explained, can repeat again, that the stock closed at a higher price than it uh, opened right here. And they both have colors. Hollow candles have an outline boundary color right here. The body is hollow. It could be red like this one and this one. Now, let me complete and probably you will get an idea. Okay. So both of these candles, hollow as well as the solid, could be green or red type. But whenever there is a hollow candle, it means that the stock closed at a higher price than it opened at the time of the market open. Now, why this candle is hollow but red and why this candle is hollow but green? Because its closing price is lower than yesterday's closing price. Then, even though it's hollow, it is the boundary color is red. Now, when it's green, it means its closing price is higher than yesterday's closing price, right? So even if it is hollow, sorry, it's red, it still means upward pressure, or the buyers are trying to fight because they close they close the stock at a higher price than it opened on the very same day, although it closed below the closing price of yesterday. Now, on the flip side, now this is a solid green candle. What does this mean? Green means that it closed at a higher price than yesterday's close. So yesterday it closed here at this price, which was 635, but today it closed here at 638.56, so which was higher than yesterday's close. Got it? So that's why it's green. But why it is solid? The solid means that it opened here, 638, but it closed here, 634. So although it's closed at 634, but it is still it is still close higher than lower than yesterday's close. That's why it's solid. Let me repeat it. This solid candle, where did it open? Here, 638.78. Where did it close? Here, 634. So the close is lower than the high point, open point. That's why it's solid. And why it is green? Because its close is still above than yesterday's close, which was something like very close to this level. Similarly, here, why this is hollow? Because this opened, sorry, this closed here at this point, which is 622.97, but it opened at 603.28. This means that we have a positive movement here and we close at a higher price than today's open. And not only this, we also close at a higher point than yesterday's close. So that's why it's good to have a hollow green candle. When you see many of the hollow green candles like this, you think the stock is not going down during that particular period. But when you see many of those solid candles, whether green or whether red, that means the stock is in a generally downwards momentum, a bearish trend generally. I hope it is clear. You can always Google it. What does the hollow candle mean? What is this? But this is an important concept, and that's why I like it, because here we have more and more hollow candles, and this is telling me that from here to this area, at least for the time being, Meta is in an upward trend. After this breakdown, the things changed. Okay. So this is also an important concept. Normally, what I do, for example, I have now here we can have different types of layout. So we can have two charts. We have a single chart. We can have two charts side by side. So here we have two charts. This is chart one and this is chart two. And if when you open the chart, you can press A button auto fades, and it will center the charts for you. So this is Meta, for example. What do you see here? More hollow candles or more solid candles? More solid candles. So that's a downward trend. And let's select this thing and delete all these trying. Okay. Okay. So that's so I normally have two charts open side by side. One on this plane on the left side and one on the right side. They both could have the same time frame. In this case, both have the daily and weekly time frame, but I normally have daily on this side and weekly on this side. Not only this, then let's go back to the main chart again to avoid confusion, and we will build here. So that's the difference between hollow and solid candles. Another important types of chart is, now I can have volume candle as well. This is also very good. Here, the size of the body tells you the volume traded. So for example, this one is a thicker and this one is a thinner. Both are green. This one is thicker, this one is thinner. What does it mean? It means more volume was traded on this day than this day and this day and this day. Similarly, more volume was traded on this day, and this is a down day. So it means that we can expect at least for the timing, if we close here, a downward move from here. So let's say I want to see the volume showing here. So you see the volume traded now is showing as a separate indicator at the bottom panel, and you can see the volume was traded was higher than previous volumes. That's why you see that the thickness of these bar is smaller or lower compared to thickness of this bar. Similarly, here we have a higher green volume, thick bar, higher volume compared to these two bars. It means the lower volume. So if you want to see the volume impact rather than having the volume as a uh, separate indicator in the in the second panel here, you can have select the volume candles, and the volume impact will be shown on the candles itself. All right, so let's for the time being, I can add as many indicators as I want at the bottom panel. So I will hide this volume indicator for the time being, for the sake of simplicity. On the bottom side, if we are showing the daily or the weekly, it will tell you me when the earnings were there. Or last night, this earning was announced on 28th of January, and this was a surprise earning and revenue. This the dividend was X dividend date. The dividend was booked on books. Next earning came around 29th of April. And when is the next earning due? Next earning due is here, 29th of July, next month for Meta. If there is any important event, that also is highlighted or the news. This is the latest because we are here, right here. So these are the latest updates and news which are appearing for this particular ticker symbol. Now, another one which I explained in one of my recent sessions was Heikin Ashi. Before Heikin Ashi, there is a question. What is the that? Can the TR red green bars run inside the TV canvas? Brother Nasir, I'm not clear about that. Yes, it's on the TV canvas. Yes. The TR green bar, it will appear here. I have, uh, now you can see these are on the trading view canvas right here. Difference between green and red bar, volume bar, I just explained it. I think hollow, maybe you find it, for some it may be a bit confusing. Actually, it's not. Now, as you're looking at the volume candle, go back to the hollow candle. I want to explain it, I think one or two times. I can again explain it. Hollow candle always mean on that particular day, the stock closes higher than the open price. Solid candles always mean on that particular day, the stock closes lower than its opening price. And if it is red as well, it means it closed lower than yesterday's price. If it is green, it means it closed higher than yesterday price. Okay? Green means higher price trend? Yes. What's the question? If I have TV add-on, I can simply use the TV canvas and avoid using different charting tools, that is TR and TV. Yes, you can switch off any indicator. So when you subscribe to my service, you have this TR indicator, right? Right now, I am hiding this just for the sake of explanation, and I can bring it back anytime. And you can have hundreds of different indicators which are provided by other providers and free some standards. So, for example, TR indicator itself is providing you a number of different indicators as well. It is plotting all these exponential moving averages, like 200-day, 50 period exponential moving average, 200 period exponential moving average, 20 and 9. These are the one which I normally use. Okay, so let's go back again. One day, another one which I explained last time, I have a full session. You can go back to my channel and find this is Heikin Ashi. Now, Heikin Ashi actually smooths out, and whatever you're looking here, I have a presentation and how these bars were calculated. There's a formula. Every bar starts from the center of the previous bars. And the bar length and the height is calculated by taking an average of current as well as previous bars. So what it does, it tries to remove the noise and gives you an idea at a glance that whether at this time, for example, if you see these green kind of Heikin Ashi bars with a tick at the top, it means the stock is kind of a bullish trend. On the flip side, if you see this kind of an action, red body and the tail at the bottom, it means the stock is on a downward trend, at least for the timing, like this thing. Point is that the prices which you see here on these, for example, right now, the price here you see is something around 547, but the actual price is 550, which is shown here and here as well in the chart. Why? Because it's a synthetic price which is trying to calculate to smooth out. So when you trade it, you will get this price 550. But this is to give you an idea that how the trend is working. And the idea was to use the Heikin Ashi bar along with my TR indicator to get good entries. Okay. So we are in our stock basics layout and let's go back to multi charts. One more indicator before I go there. Okay. And that is the PPO indicator. Now at the bottom panel, I already have volume, but I just have uh, hided it. And I can even delete it if I don't want it. Let me add one more indicator, which is either MACD or percent price oscillator or PPO indicator. So if you press this indicator, you can search for any indicators. TI indicator will be found here on the invite only because it's not available for public. But otherwise, you can search for any indicator, built-in technical indicator, for example, and you can PPO, percentage price oscillator. And there's a reason I use PPO besides MACD. But if you're not comfortable with the PPO or you don't understand what is PPO, you can even use the MACD, which is moving average conversion divergence. Let's see the question. Question is time zone on the trading is Eastern or local time. My time is Central. You can adjust time zone here, UTC -5, and you can click here and you can for people in Houston, Dallas, they're in Chicago time, so you can use UTC -5. If you are in New York time, Eastern time zone, you can select UTC -4. Now this is UTC -4. So you can select your time from here. To avoid confusion, I just use my local time here. Time zone on the trading zone, 1 second. Time zone, okay, Eastern, can you have a, yes, I will analyze MU. I will take one example. Let me develop the chart first, one by one. So this is percent price oscillator. This is known as PPO line. What is PPO line? PPO line is the difference between two moving averages, which are in this case 12 and 26. 12 is the fast moving averages, 12 period, 26 is a slow moving average. And this now when the 12 this is rising upward, it means on a short the faster moving average is increasing at a faster rate than the slower one. In other words, stock is going up like this. And these bars, this tell you the histogram, this tell you the difference between the faster and the slower moving averages. When it is zero, the PPO line is at zero. When it is greater than zero, it means that it is increasing at a rapid rate. This yellow line is 9 period, this is 9 period moving average of this line. So if it is above than this is own average, it means that again it's the wider the angle, like the angle here is wider, it means the more steeper the rise is. And if it is flat, the angle is almost flat, it means that it's not rising at all. And if it is fallen down below it and going downward, it means that the stock is coming down. Okay. Now, why use PPU? Because on the right side, it's giving me the percentage figures. In the MACD, it gives you a number figure, which to me is meaningless. Now, it tells me, for example, at this particular point is 2.83%. In other words, the faster moving average is 2.83% times fast than the the slower one. At times, you will see something like you see Sanders, for example. So you will see crazy because when Sandys were rapidly advancing, something around 20%, 16%. Now, this means the slower, faster moving average was rising at a 16% higher rate than the slower moving average, which is unsustainable. And that's why it's bound to come down. Now, in other words, when you see these kind of peaks on the PPO, normally it means stopping signal. For some time, it will come down. And this is where when we have extended or stopping stocks, normally they tend to come down and equalize each other. In other words, a PPO reset, zero. So the sand is for some time on daily chart, for long time, in fact, starting from last August, does not have a PPO reset. And that tells you how rapid it is advanced and how good it is advanced. Normally, stocks do not maintain this kind of PPO rise for such a long period. If you go take a look at the MU, for example, in the March when the war started, 1st of March onward, PPO even came down below zero. Since the stock was strong, as soon as its PPO crosses over here, this was your signal that this bullish trend has resumed. So that's one way of looking at it. PPO gives you an idea how the momentum is either is fading or momentum is increasing. And then we combine, now this is remember this is a Heikin Ashi bar. So this is not a regular actual prices. If you want to see the same thing on the actual price, you should switch to hollow candles. Now, in case of MU, for example, someone asked me about the MU, that's why I brought the MU here. You see how many hollow candles are here across the board? How many solid candles you see? Very few. After this, when the PPO cross zero here and we come here, there were hardly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in these 2 months. Yeah. And two-thirds of the time, or even approximately 70% of the time, those were hollow candles. And that was telling us that Micron was in a strong upward trend. But since then, starting with this month, the PPU has come down from its top and is slowly sliding and sliding and sliding. Now, whether it will resume, chances are there that PPU will not come to zero in case of Micron. Why? Because Micron has been a very strong stock, and strong stock, they find support at every level. So let's bring our TR indicator back to the action again. And if you notice, TR indicator starts this green zone only when the PPU crosses zero. Now over here we have Micron right here. Now Micron, this actually is try to fill this gap. So at the best, I think the Micron probably try to fill this gap here. And Micron has been maintaining this blue line on 20 period very clearly over this point, close to this point, and this point. Most likely, Micron will, if it even either is come to this level, which is 1080, or the 20 period moving average will come to this. So it will probably, chances are there that it will definitely find support here because it has been in a strong trend. And not only this, the basic thing is that you need to, now here you can where is that thing? Fundamentals. Give me a second. Indicator template, indicators. Where is that fundamental view? I just missed that. 1 second, 1 second. Fundamentals are here as well. There was a view here. Uh, I'm just could not find it. Indicator here. Compare. No, not compare. Here, this one. Now, this is the chart view. I can take a look at the financials and seasonals and other views. So let's move to the financial view of Micron. It is a question from someone who's administrator. How can we infer from historic chart of stock for our next day trading strategy? Next day? Okay, we will come to that. No, one second. What is your name? The name is showing is administrator. I need to know the name of the person. Anyway, this is Micron. Okay. Its PE ratio is 27.47. But actually, the key here is growth. Growth in its earning. This is revenue. His revenue, for example, was 15.54 billion in 20. Right now, how much is there? 37.38 billion in 2025. And the quarter-wise revenue, 15 right now is $127 billion. Last year it was $37 billion. That's 400% increase. And not only this, its earning per share is expected to be 72.73 annual. And let's move to the quarterly. It is continuously beating its estimates here. So this is what is driving Micron's rise. Both fronts, top line, bottom line, revenue, earnings. It has increased its earning by 400%. And it has increased, sorry, earning by not 400%, more than that. It has increased its revenue by 400%. And its revenue, earning has increased from, let's say, 8.29 per share to 72.73. So that has been the driving force behind this. That's why it has shown an increase of 800% in 1 year. Not only this, financial health is also the debt level is not very high, it's around 7%. Those are the fundamentals we should be looking into it. Whether it's a bubble, it's just a climax, and it's going to burst anytime, or there are some solid fundamentals working behind the scene. In case of Micron, what we can confidently say that these are not just the bubble, those are driven by this kind of uh, revenue and earning growth parameters. One more thing I would like to, this is a market Smith chart, the forward PE. Micron's forward PE. This is Walmart. Okay, Micron. Choose to Micron. I did not find forward PE Micron. See here, for the forward PE for Walmart is 39. How much is the forward PE for Micron? 8. See the difference? Current PE is 25, which is at par with, but the forward PE going forward in the next year and onwards, it's 8 only. It means that even at this price, investors are paying just 8 times of its earning. 8 times of its earning. On the other hand, you pick any other company, probably you will find this ratio very high, very high. Like in case of Walmart, I told you how much was that? 39. In case of Nvidia, how much is this? Forward PE 19. In case of SanDisk, it should be lower, 12. Micron was 8, forward is 12. Even
Yes,
though
Rahul, what does that mean that if it's lower means in the MU example?
who was this?
Yes, Irfan. So you
Irfan.
said about the
Okay.
yes.
Lower means how much investors are they are paying to the stock price as a multiple of earning. For example, if it is earning $1, then you are paying $12 for that company. price to earning ratio for one share. On one share, for example, if you are earning $1, then investors are willing to pay $12 for one share, 12 times that. Okay? In general,
So,
this is a very low number, means the investors are still paying a lower price. That's why they are pumping it higher and higher. More and more investors are interested in paying more. So that's why this number will, the price will creep higher. You make any company which make good amount of money. I showed you Nvidia. Apple makes a good lot of money. 34 current P, forward P 31. Investors are willing to pay 31 times their earning multiples.
so what does
Investors,
that indicate for MU when you say 9? That means it has
it means that it's cheap.
still cheaper?
It's cheap.
Hmm.
On the same yardstick which you use for Apple, for Nvidia, for Walmart, it is still very cheap. Although it had increased by 800%. I'm talking
Right.
about Micron. I'm talking about SanDisk. It is still cheap. So, on a question of what do you invest institution, this number is about the price and it includes everything, institutions and retail. There's not separation between institution. So,
Salam alaikum, brother Sabri.
right?
Brother Sabri, salam alaikum.
What Islam? Who is this?
This is Muhammad. So,
Yes.
in a sense, you will never find a forward PE one.
No,
It's
no, no,
always going
never,
to be
never,
higher.
never,
Always
never,
going to be higher.
never.
So, when you say it's extremely high, when it's over 20, 30, or when it is reasonably high, is between 10,
No,
15.
I'm comparing it with others, with other good companies which are established, solid companies, and investors are paying good amount for them, like Apple, like and you mentioned anything, like even Walmart. I think it was 65, 69. You take any solid company which you think is a long-term company, for example, GE, which has been there for hundreds of years. Take a look at it. Investors are paying on current earning 55 and the forward earning 48 times. Compared with Micron, compared with SanDisk, compared with WDC, 37 power fee, the WCE is comparatively is expensive, and 71 times PE for the future one. So this gives you an idea that the spectrum, Micron and SanDisk is still, after this much rise, they are even cheap. And that's why whenever it will come to this line, 20 line or this line, there is a higher probability that it will turn again. There will be more investors because it will be cheaper then again. It will become cheaper and cheaper as it's become here. So you should not expect that the Micron in any case will give you a chance to come here and come here very easily. It won't happen. That's why it keeps on going higher and higher and higher because it's backed by solid fundamentals, solid earning growth. What was his earning growth? Let's go back to this Micron. Okay, let's go back to this. Here is earning growth right here. This is his sales earning growth. Change 682%, right? 1215% this quarter, 167% in December, 157% increase in earning in September last year. And this is what? Sales growth. 196% March quarter, 346% in June, and after tax margin 68%. So out of $100 of sale, it is having an after tax gross profit of 68%. And it is growing its earning by this and sales by this. So what do you think the market will do to this stock? They will not let it remain cheaper. It is still very cheap by all measures. So that's why you would keep looking at this thing on and on. As long as now, when does it mean that we should go and buy it right here? No. Why? Because every extended point, profit taking kicks in. A lot of people start taking profit. Hey, okay, we have enough of this. Let's make some profit, sell some. So what's the ideal time? Whenever it has in this kind of stock, it comes here. Either the PPU comes here and crosses zero, but here it will hardly give you any chance unless something like this war happens, which happens early in the late March of March or April or February. Otherwise, it won't give you a chance. And this is how you gauge the strength of a stock based on its fundamental, that this is a climax, this is just a hoax, people are just minting money at the cost of others, or there are some solid, some fundamentals behind this. In case of Micron and in case of Sandisk, you take a look at the Sandisk as well. Put Sandisk here and take a look at its here. 11,500 earning per share increase in 7,903. That's crazy, insane. 333% sales, 251% sales. Now market will keep pumping it as long as market in the forward there's some odd estimates, the future guidance comes which is lower, and they tell us that hey, the trend has stopped, and that's why then at that time you'll probably see a sharp decline in the price. So that's not a good idea to chase a stock stop. Find it good location when this kind of a, for example, TR signal turns green here or give you this kind of a stage signal. In case of Micron and Sandisk, we can take risk here. Whenever the first stage signal will come, we will jump into the bandwagon because we know the fundamentals are on our side and it is still cheaper going forward based on the sales and earning. Okay, so I hope. So I'm sorry, but someone asked about Micron. So that was not the intent. Intent was to try to explain how the charts work. But we have to combine the knowledge of charting and technical stuff along with fundamentals if we want to be there, and otherwise we will just moving on the charts and jumping around and going in and going out on every chart. That should not be the intent of long-term investors, people who care about their money and who are there for a long time, who they just not here to make quick money and get out. All right, so let's go back to the chart. And this was the chart again. And let me hide my main chart again. So that was the case of Micron. Now let's move on and take this to Heikin Ashi. Okay. So I hope I explained how to add the indicators, how to use the Heikin Ashi, what are the volume, and this. I can add resistance and stop loss levels. For example, here I have plenty of horizontal. Now, where are the supports? And here example, for example, in case of Micron, this could be a support area, this area. Even if it comes down, in case of Micron, we can take our chances. We can take higher level of risk because we are backed by its solid fundamentals. I mean, investors are not crazy. They're not stupid. They are looking at it. They are looking at this earning and sales revenue growth, and that's why they are jumping into bandwagon, pushing it higher and higher. Compare this thing to something like SpaceX. We don't know about anything its future. We don't know about anything about its future. We know it's very high, and there are no fundamentals to back it, right? It's still, so that's why when you see something like this climax stock, you will also see something like that. In case of Micron or Sandisk, probably you won't see something like this total collapse or total climax action because fundamentals are not there to support the company. Go back to the fundamental side. And what was that? SpaceX? It's not available, right? And even in the quarter ended March 2026, when they filed IPO, they mentioned a 91% decline in their tax margin. It's not available. So it's all just kind of a rocket action. In other words, stipulation. In other words, stipulation. In other words, people are just hoping, hope, expectation, nothing else. So you will see this kind of wild actions. All right. Question: Can you establish an entry price, for example, on I just explained Micron in detail, Salim, and I mentioned that any pullback to 20 in case of Micron, for example, any pullback to 20 period Let's turn this on, our PR indicator. This is going up and this is coming down. Any pullback to this point 20, it likely to maintain it. It's likely to maintain it. If not, then this level should maintain it. Why? Because it's backed by strong fundamentals. It's cheap. And even at this level, 800, I have not seen in my lifetime any stock which has increased by 800% in 1 year, and still the forward PE is just 8 or 10 or 11. I have not seen it. There's something very special. Okay. PE ratio, look, PE ratio is a debatable thing. I normally don't pay a lot of attention on the PE ratio, but when the is not compared to the other stock, we can compare the PE ratios of the basket. Like the S&P's PE ratio is something around 22 or 25. That's PE ratio. I'm looking at the forward PE ratio. Forward PE ratio means next year, going forward, not the existing one. And its forward PE ratio, it means that people are estimating its forward earning, going back to the earning, Micron again. It comes on the weekly chart here, this number. Next year, it is right now it's 25, but the way it is growing its earning is outpacing the growth in its price. That's why this ratio is coming down. Right now it's 25. S&P 500 is also 25. It's come down. Okay. So now where to find entry? Again, we should not chase it at higher, any stock. We should look for some good support pullback to this line of level, which I hope it will give very soon. And whenever it gives you an entry, especially when some green zone starts, which is first stage or second stage, that will be the time to make another entry. For example, take a look here. A first stage start this star, but Micron will give you an entry from 382 to 465, enough to at least make some money. But then the war started in the February and March, and everything came down along with the market. But when it pushed back, first stage TR signal is right here, and then the green zone, that's again the time. Here's again the time. Go back in the past, last year, this was again the time. This was again the time. Where is your stop loss? When this first stage give you a signal here, this should be your stop loss. The swing low behind it. If you make an entry here, first stage give you an entry here, this should be your stop loss. If you enter here, this should be your stop loss. If you enter here, this should be your stop loss. If you enter here, this should be your this or this. Now this could be very wide stop loss. So maybe this or this, whatever is convenient. But in case of Micron, starting from this is September last year, this is a tight range breakout. The TI indicator, if it's a tight range breakout, there's a higher chance of success. This this is first stage. This should be a stop loss, very tight range, very tight stop loss. This should be your entry. And let's see what you have got it at 122 last year. That's why we got it, something around 115, 100 last year. And we close it somewhere here, this year early. But I will be honest, I made a mistake. We should not have closed it. We should have trusted these numbers. Or we closed it at here somewhere in February, here. Because we saw that market was in kind of doldrums, and it can, and this stage lasted for 2-3 months, from February to July, plus 2 months, and then again, because this is not going to stop you, stop at any time soon unless the fundamentals change. Okay, moving average differs for a month and for a day trader. What MA needs to be considered? Moving averages should remain the same for the day traders. You should also consider other, for example, change it to the day trading. Let's say you go to the 5 minutes, change it from press auto. Now you will see additional, this, what is this, Micron? Where those things are gone? They should have come here. Okay, change the layout. Change the layout to multi-charts. So this is our day trading layout. Okay. For the day traders, we have additional lines for like this VWAP and the supports and the mid line. These lines do not appear. These are just meant for the day trading. So for example, this is Seagate STX on that particular day. So this VWAP line is very important. The mid lines are important, this support. And these are the level to watch if you are in the day trading section. So for example, every time when it comes to this or this, it finds resistance, it came down. Same goes for the futures. These are the day tradings for the futures. VWAP was, once it was up, it was acting as a support. And this is its premium zone. So for the day trading is a different animal, different. What I was just discussing, starting from the basics, making a basic layout, and starting for uh, basic layout, and for the medium term and long term investment, because this is a daily time frame. And in my weekly commentary, when I suggest, I always take a look both at the weekly as well as daily charts. So what the stock is doing on the weekly and what stock was doing on the daily chart. For example, this is again coming back to Micron. Now, each first stage signal has been very successful in this case. I don't see any failing signals for last 1 and 2 years in Micron. All right, it's 12:04. Let's see where we stand on our. Now, 1 minute is different. Day trading, I suggest you watch recordings, because this is not a day trading session. It was more like for a investing or charting basics session. I have on my YouTube channel specific customer session recording. Let me pull it for you. There was a question on the day trading, and then how can you can use the same indicators here. Taking the day trade, using the day trading indicator for trading view 2 months ago, and day trading indicators for trading view, introducing it, and setting up the TR indicator for day trading view. Watch these videos on this channel. Okay, so you will get more information, detailed information, just from the day trading perspective. All right, so I hope I have explained quite a few things here. Uh, we explain candles, we explain how to navigate the chart and switch types, zoom and crosshair, and the core chart tools, trend line, horizontal lines. Okay. We explain how to open indicators and add indicators like PPO and others, chart settings. Some people like to use white background like me, some don't. If you want a black background, go to any chart area, right click hit, go to the sessions, and over here, canvas, choose color of your choice, and the chart background will change according to the color of your choice, whatever color you choose. Okay. And as far as the trading view, this TR indicator is concerned, they have it has its own set of settings here. And you can go here, for example, you can change the color of these items, the bands, stage 1, stage 2 color. Now for the day trading, this is a weekly, so that's why I turned it off. The pivot points, VWAP, midpoint. You can also have this 15 period EMA. I only suggest that for the day traders, you have 15 period EMA on, support line resistance. And you remember I showed you about the tight range zone with the color and other stuff. You can have these things as well. So you have quite a few. You can play around with that. And you receive two set of guides which describe these settings in details. Okay. Any further questions? Because we probably will meet that. I explained, if any question on the TR indicator, and explain it to you. How to add the TR indicator on trading view, you need to go to the trading view, add indicator. Let's see, I delete this thing, okay? I delete this thing. So I need to go to the indicator section, and in invite only section, you will find these things. Trading view. And oops, I did it 3 times, so I have to delete it. Now, you see the colors initially, they are the lighter side. You need to change the colors, go back here, settings, change the uh, background band capacity from subtle to medium to bold, and the color will change. So now I use TI indicator along with Heikin Ashi because I love this combination. Heikin Ashi, you can choose a Heikin Ashi candle here, and it will give you double confirmation of your trend. So as long as, for example, again Micron, I have this kind of trend, I'm not worried. When I will have something like this kind of trend or something, then I will start worrying that maybe it's time to get out. But again, in case of Micron, I believe the fundamentals are on our side, and it's not going to give back its gains very easily. Okay, so that was the TR indicator. This was about the trading view. Any other question for anyone on the charting basics? The objective of today's session was about the charting basics. Okay, because we discuss these matters, TR indicators and the trades and setups every day. Any other question on the charting basics? I will be glad to answer those.
Brother Sabri, salam alaikum. This is Muhammad again.
Well,
Can you
listen,
explain one more time the two parallel blue lines across the chart?
these two lines?
Yes, please.
Oh,
Thank you.
actually, I just draw these horizontal lines. Those are the drawings from here, and I just trying to mention as here. So I drew these lines, and I drew as a support, apparent support. Because this support, when you come to this zone, for example, last multiple time it finds support here, and this is also a key moving average. So even if it micron breaks down, it is in all likelihood it will find support here. It will not come down below this line. So those were just the line I draw to give an example how to draw the two lines. Okay, I can clear all those drawings here. Uh, all drawings are gone except for my own indicator. All right, if that is I did. If you want the copy of this presentation, I can send it to you. Just send a request to me. I can send because I've not gone through the each slide, but it would have taken a long time. And how to find the strategy, I explained. Stage 1 plus PPO. I can explain it again if you want. One feature I did not. Okay, set alerts. Now, let's go back here. Here we have an alert section. On the trading view itself, you can set any alert you want. For example, you want the price of Micron crossing a certain value, or maybe a certain other indicator. You can add an indicator here. For example, if I want Micron to come to this value, 1000 value, okay, set an alert, create it, and an alert is set. You can go back here and check here which alerts are which are active alerts. So what I'm saying here, next time when it will come to 1000 level, it will send you an alert through your profile, whatever the email or mobile phone number you have. Okay. Not only this, you can also set an alert on our TR indicator itself. For example, you want on the Micron that whenever a first stage TR signal triggers right here, you can have a first stage, second stage, third stage PPO price, or TR plus PPO entry signal. That you have a PPR plus the PPO crosses a level, this signal. And you can add certain conditions as well. That price must be higher than this and that. You can play around with this in a number of different possible ways, and you can create an alert. So here is another alert right here, TR plus VPO. I just created this alert. So this is also a useful feature. So this will send you an email accordingly. Okay. Last but not least, if you do not have this TR indicator or such, just let me explain whatever we have. Our basics is just weekly commentary stock picks, which we update every week. It's just $9.99 a month. Yearly basis is $110, which will give you 1 month free. Complete AI-powered web-based system for the software analyst, including the TR indicator, is $25 per month or $275 per year. But TR indicator for the trading view, which I was just showing, is separate. If you just buy it standalone, individually, it's $20 per month or $200. If you buy everything together, the AI powered is basically $395. But I have a promotion going on till the 4th of July, Independence Day, that I will give you a discount of $60 on this. You need to subscribe to this and use either the TV special discount promotion code or use this QR scan code. And this entire software along with this thing 395 minus 60, that will be only 335. If you are a day trader, I would advise you just for the day trading, you subscribe to this $200 per year, but you will also get if you interested in it, there's on the for the day traders only. There's also another promo code will give you a $60 discount. So that will be not $200, that will be $140 for the day traders. If you need more, I'm dropping an email here. Drop me an email and I will give you that promo code for the day trader. So that will save you $60 on this trading view TR analysis package. Now about the trading view, some people ask me how much the essential plan, other plan costs. That is obviously a trading view product. If you go to the trading view, let me sign out from here and sign in again here, trading view. Their products, oops, they have different plans. Pricing. You go to here, pricing. The basic is free, but the essential plan, which is recommended as a minimum, is $12.95 per month for TradingView, because that will give you access to your data feed as well as support your live day trading if you are into the live day trading. So this is separate from the TradingView directly, nothing to do with me. Okay, they're essential plans. Any more questions on the charting platform? I will be happy to answer as long as we have a few more minutes. No more questions? Yes, sure. What's the question? Your TR indicator? TR indicator itself does not have the live data. It has live data in my software app here. But that's not software app, is an independent software, complete web-based software. Indicator is there. It has live data as well, but it's not for the day trading. For the day trading, you need some kind of a professional trading platform, such as TradingView. So this combo package that I was explaining give you both products. This main software as well as TR indicator for the data trading view as well. Okay, guys, thank you very much for your time. What's the question? Will TR indicator and trading view apply if you spend to add more ticker? Of course, TR indicator will apply to any ticker on trading view. Any ticker, even Bitcoin, even Indian markets, even Pakistan markets, even European markets, any. For example, if you want to go and do something on Bitcoin, This is Bitcoin chart, right? What it is telling you, Bitcoin is in a slump. And every attempt, starting from last October, November, this is the TR indicator, and this is give you the right point to short it. So we are in other words, it's telling you there's not the time to go long in Bitcoins. And if it is the time here, it is still good because it's under the 200-day line. It probably will always, not always, most of the time, till the entire thing changes, scenario changes, it will find resistance and it will come down. Okay? All right, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate everyone time and interest and support. And I drop my email here. And you know the website. Website is also here. The link is here, youtube.com, sorry, analyzedstocks.net. This is YouTube channel, youtube.com/MJ Software. Email is here. So please visit it and give me your feedback as well. I have many loyal customers as well, many supportive as well. Thank you very much. I appreciate.
Brother Sabri, this today's session is going to be on the channel, on YouTube channel.
Definitely. I'm recording
Okay.
it. And in a short while, as soon as the recording is made available to me, I will upload it on YouTube channel and will put it in my, are you in my customer group?
Yes,
Oh, okay. You find the link over there. Okay.
inshallah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. You have a nice weekend. Bye bye.